Possibly. Takes a minute. There we go. Possibly. Takes a minute. There we go. Nice. We are live again. Very good. Do I need to keep this stream up? Probably not. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just close it for now. Should be right. Let me know if I go down. Cuckoo. Let me just reorganize some windows here. Got crap all over the place. Here we go. That'll do. Yes, welcome back to some more development. Now that I mention it, did I even set the... I don't even know what the title of the stream is. Let me check that real quick. Sorry. Mr. Unprepared. Project Deep. Yeah, that's fine. That works. Yeah, quickly put a link in Discord. Streams. Live streams. There we go. Cool. Got that posted. Good to go, I think. There's some stuff I want to do in Discord, but I probably won't do that on stream. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still kind of, figuring out how I want, how much I want to show on stream versus how much not. But I thought for a couple of hours here while I'm working, I will, just bring you guys in with me. No music again. I don't know if I'm going to bother with that. Maybe I could figure out how to do the licensing and all that, but I feel like it just complicates everything. So feel free to just put on your own music, your background music. And feel free to kick back and listen in while I do some game development, programming, etc. All the things. Cool. So the first thing I want to do is check out a couple of things that Lemon has done since we last I last worked on it. So I just want to just see the stuff so I'm familiar. So the moon door should be animated now, apparently, which is very cool. Which means when I hit the anchor, cool, very good. It is indeed animated, and if I close it, nice. Cool. That's a good one. Yeah, I'll put this on my other screen. Docked client sub replication. Okay, that's remove test calls, sub damage indicator. Cool. And then I was thinking today, I don't know, I'm kind of like, we're like almost, well, we pretty much are at the point where we just need to do some testing on the product or the MVP build, minimal viable product, to see what's left if anything needs done. But I think we're almost there on those features, so there's not a huge amount left on this list for me to do. I might do some of them today. I probably should. I was thinking of making a new creature, but maybe I should finish some other stuff. We'll just see what I feel like doing as we go. I do want to just check that I am live again. Hey, Demonic, welcome in. How's everything sound on your end, buddy? Hopefully okay. You're getting a thick Kiwi accent in your eardrums right now, I assume? At an appropriate volume. No music again. But, put on your own stuff. I don't know. I don't want to get sued, and I can't be bothered figuring out what I'm allowed to put on the stream and what I can't. And then if I want to upload these VODs to YouTube, it's just like, just a whole thing. I don't know. Cool. All right, so let me just quickly check out this damage indicator stuff. Make sure I know how everything in the game works. I would assume it would be on here. Is it just this thing called widget? No, that's the sonar. Docking controls. Wait a second. Where is this thing? Sub damage indicator. Maybe I didn't get latest? Oh well. Let me see. Sub damage indicator. Maybe this isn't finished yet. I'll just leave this for now and come back to it. That's all good. Not a problem. Okay. Yeah, so I will actually do some of the things in the Jura. I just realized there is stuff there I should probably do before I get to making the new creature. But I did want to play around with one of the threat creatures in the game next, which I was thinking I might do the eel. I think an eel, anglerfish, the barnacle swarm, or the thing which I wrote down the other day, which I also forgot to add to the confluence. If I could find that real quick. What was it called? It had a weird name. The Ninjin or sirens. Because that's one thing that is missing from the game right now is like more threats. There's a Megalodon, but we need more than that to attack the player. But alas, we have other things we need to do first. So I will pick one of these. Here is the Jura, nav display, power controls. I need to test these both, so I can't really do anything here right now. Fail state, quota failed. I want to talk to Lemon about that first, in case he had ideas. And then, yeah, so I guess just one of these two. Maybe we'll do nav display. Why not? So for that one, the whole point of the nav display is going to be, ideally, let me just go down for a dive. I'll close this as well for now. When I leave the drop site, there's currently not really any way for me to tell how to get back there other than, well, I can by looking at the lights up there, I guess. But depending on the map, you might not be able to see those. So I wanted to have, well, I was thinking I'm not sure if this is actually going to be a good mechanic or not. That's why we're going to test it. Having a, like basically a Skyrim style compass or something, to have certain things marked. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know what you guys think about that. Maybe I should just have like a mini map or something. But anyway, we'll do the compass thing because why not? For now, so let's see. Nav HUD, nav display, maybe. Let me make everything bigger for you guys. Very good. Make sure everything's okay on the Twitch end still. Like I haven't got my mic muted or anything. Hang on. Like I haven't got my mic muted or anything. Hang on. Yeah, we're good, I think. As long as that's an appropriate volume. I can't really tell. Okay. Nav display. So, yeah, for this, I'm thinking basically, yeah, compass. Let's see, maybe a depth meter. And some icons, I guess. Is that how I want to do it? Because the sonar right now is kind of like showing you kind of like a top-down view. Maybe I potentially should just put it on the sonar now that I think about it. But here, I'll do this as a nav display because it'll at least look cool, and it might. I'm not sure how useful it'll be, but it might end up being a gameplay mechanic, or it might not. I'm not sure. Compass, UI, compass. Yep, it's fine. Now to do a compass, it's been a while, but essentially, I'm pretty sure we just want to make a texture. That aligns with our facing direction. So we want to have something like this, maybe. We don't want an overlay. Possibly an overlay for now. Let's start with that. I guess if you're making a game of yourself, your own in Unreal, this is going to be like, I guess, semi-tutorial on how to make an RPG Skyrim style compass, just for reference. This is what I'm making. Or something similar, anyway. Like at the top how you have like these, icons. And the compass directions, basically. Right, so to do this, what I'm going to need is Photoshop. And because I need to make the texture, which I probably should have done ahead of time, now that I think about it, but come on, Photoshop. Make a new thing. See, I've been setting up a D&D campaign. There's lots of stuff about that on there. Have it so you can press a button to locate the ship and it will create a ping noise in the That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, rather than a compass. It's similar to the way the active sonar works right now, but you're imagining like an on-screen kind of like icon. We could do that. I was kind of trying to keep everything in world UI. Yeah. I don't know. Let's do the compass as well. We might end up doing your idea as well as this, but we'll start with the compass thingy. So I'll do like, I guess 1024 by like 128 maybe. What is this? Okay, there we go. Is that going to be long enough? We'll see. So essentially what I need to mark out is, let's see. Ooh, this is not a good font. I'm going to be replacing these assets anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the font and all that is, but let's just do that. Will be fine. So we'll have our cardinal directions. I just need to figure out where these are going to be placed. So I need to bring out, so 0 pixels, then half of the width, which would be 512, and then a quarter, 256. 250. Can I type this in maybe? No. Okay, fantastic. 256. Whatever. It's about there. And then what's 512 plus 256? Like 700 and something? 768. 768. There we go, that'll do. So north is going to be like right here, so I won't worry about that for a second. We'll do that in a bit. But then we're going to have, as you're turning, yeah, I guess just... east. And this would be south. And then west. And then the north would loop, basically. Yeah. So let's see. Let's make all these a bit bigger. Oh, we're just going to throw off the alignment. God damn it. Okay, let's just do that first then. So make the alignment bigger. Reposition these. And then north would be over here somewhere, but I need to offset it to be able to align that, so I'll have to do that in a second. But yeah, this is basically the idea, and then it's kind of up to you what you do after this. But you know, I might, let's see, just do some lines, I guess. Okay, and then put those behind everything. Dang it. We might not need these lines now that I think about it. Let's just keep this basic for now. So we'll do that. I probably won't have the in-between ones, not yet anyway. Northeast, southwest. So now to offset it, I think, what is it? It's like filter, other, offsets, horizont. So vertically by nothing. Wait. And horizontally, just like half, I guess, so 512. Did that do anything? Oh. Right. Okay. These, I guess. Smart object. There we go. That's what I wanted. And now I can put can I unsmart object that now? Convert to layers. Smart filter. Okay. This is very awkward. Hang on. Offset. Yeah, here's what we'll do. We'll rasterize it, and I'll just grab this. Ideally, I wouldn't have had to rasterize it, but that'll do. All right. So that's now in the right place. And now if I... What is this? Nothing. Now if I do that again, filter, offset, we're back, and the N is like halfway at the start, halfway at the end. Yeah, so that will probably do for now, I guess. We can edit this texture more as we like figure out a style, but this should be like the bare minimum I need to get this going. So let me... Jesus Christ, which folder does all this live in now? One second. Here it is. So I'm just saving the PSD to this folder. So I'll call that compass. And then we'll export a PNG is fine, I guess. Compass PNG. Right, and now we can import that. I just imported the PSD, which is not what I want. Compass, PNG, there we go. And let's see. I swear there used to be a UI option in one of these that I just like my muscle memory wants to click, but I guess it's not a thing anymore in this version of Unreal. Oh no, here it is. Okay. Here it is. All right. Okay, so now that is the image we want, but we actually are going to do this as a material so we can offset the UVs. So we'll do MUI compass. I don't want to spend too long on this because, yeah, again, this might not be a feature we keep, but it is technically on the to-do list, so I will do it. Should we keep this opaque? No, we'll do masked. That's fine, I think. So the color can be a parameter, which I'll just do our usual bluish for now. And the opacity mask is going to be just any of these channels, I guess. Right, so there we go. Now we need to make sure this texture is not set to clamp. Yep, it is set to wrap. Very good. And in here, clamp, I think that'll clamp. Const coordinate. So now if I was to get the UVs and just add something to them, it should, if I make that a parameter, okay, I won't make it a parameter. It should start basically offsetting the, if you look in the left here, this, actually I will make this a parameter. I'll quickly mask off the red and green channels. Because I'm pretty sure this will update live then. Yo, Ranger, what's up, man? Now you can see I can control, like, basically how much it slid along the texture with that now through the material. Yeah, so we can just do that with a scalar though. We can say UV offset or something, and we can just append that as the X, and the Y can just be 0, and then we add that to the current texture coordinate, and that will basically do the same thing. You fixed it. I've been chatting since stream start, but VPN enabled, messages don't send. Oh, really? That's weird. VPN? Blocky messages? Never heard of that. Good to have you, man. Glad you're here. Alright. So, we can, I suppose, make a material instance out of this. Save that in case I want to change the color. Make that the image. We'll just call it compass. And now we kind of want this to overflow outside of the bounds, I suppose, of its parent. So let's see. What's going to be a good way to do that? I suppose we could wrap this with a size box and say width of something, 512, and height of whatever the image height was, 128, I think. Desired. Right. And then this is going to have to, so that's limiting that. Hang on. but then I want this to be bigger. Yeah. So I think maybe this isn't the best way to do this, but I think I need to wrap this with another size box and put in the actual size of it. No. Hang on. Desired 512. So that's limiting it. Then clip to bounds. Custom. Interesting. What the heck is going on there? That size box should be forcing the size. Maybe here. What the heck is going on? So 128, yep, that's fine to the bounds. Then we're trying to limit the size and allow this to overflow. Heh. Size 128. Compass. We should be setting that to the middle, right? And then hang on. If I here to make this easier to see what's even going on, I'll put a border. Wrap this with a border. Okay, so that's the size of the overlay basically. Right, and if I change the size of everything, because we're smaller than that, it's not allowing it to scale beyond that. Okay. Wait, I feel like I'm totally forgetting how to do this. This image should be extending beyond this, but it's currently being limited to it. What if we get rid of the overlay? Replace with child. What the hell? Yeah, yep. Yep. So that should be forced to that size, should it not? Oh, wait. Is it because... Hang on. If I do some other color here... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is it? So now the outside widget can be whatever size. Then this is limited to this size. But then inside this, I want this to be able to extend beyond. So what do I click for that again? Would it be a canvas? Surely not. I really thought it would be a size box, to be honest. But that's not allowing it to expand. Okay, well, maybe it is a canvas then. Wrap with canvas. Canvas, the reason I was trying to avoid a canvas is because it's a little bit wasteful, to be honest. So center it, size can be 124, height 128. There we go. Which we really don't need this anymore. We just need that. Here we go. So center it. 1024. In fact, we can just size to content. That will work. All right. Now, if we had our 512 set properly, very good. And let's see. This size box now needs the no overflow thing, I think. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Jesus. It took me a second to figure out, but we got there. All right. It's weird we need a canvas, but I will just ignore that for now. So pretty much this will now scale sideways. So we actually, I've got this set up so we're currently south facing. So I actually want this to be offset. Yeah, so that north is there. Perfect. And I also would like to try and align that a little better. Yep, that looks relatively aligned. Compass, yes. There we go. Re-import the texture. There we go. So now north, kind of hard to see, but now north is like by default what is there. So now I can just treat, well, you'll see what happens next, but I can treat that. I don't really know. I don't think there's a way to like describe, like, yeah. I don't know how to explain what's happening in my head right now, but like cardinal directions like north, south, east, and west are like 2D kind of. Like there's no word for looking, like there's no direction, cardinal direction for looking up or anything, I guess. So I'm not sure how we're going to handle that, but yeah, we'll see. Pitch, I guess, would be in a plane, but yeah, anyway, point is now, so we have this compass, we have this brush. When we construct, I will go grab the compass, go create create dynamic material instance. I guess I'll just grab the get whatever, I'll just put it in here. Compass. Dynamic material, very good. And then we just need to assign it. So set material, set brush from material. Okay. And now we just need to align this with the view. So I don't know if this probably isn't the best way to do this, I guess, but I'm just going to do it in the UI. So the UI will basically get the player pawn, get the forward vector, and then I'm going to dot product that with world forward basically. So dot product with world forward, which is like one make vector. Why is it all the quantized things first? You can click that little star, by the way, to make this show up first. So now if I do make vector, it'll by default select the one I have starred. So that can be helpful. World forward. And this will basically tell us like how much we're facing world forward. Is that what I want though? Minus, so holy shit. Hang on. Angle vector cosine angle 2D. Is that what I want? cosine of the angle between this vector and another vector projected onto the XYZ plane. I think that's what I want, right? You can tell how, like, proficient with trigonometry I am. Basically, I need to take the way you're facing and turn that into how much do I offset the texture. So when you are turned 90 degrees to the right, I need to offset the texture by, like, minus 0.25. Which, now that I say that out loud, could I not just do get actor rotation? And then I care about the yaw only. Map range clamped. Pretty sure this rotator goes from negative 180 to 180. So I think it's like negative 180 to positive 180. We'll go, if I was negative 180 would be facing south, pretty sure. Jesus Christ, the math on this, which is 0.25. Hang on. Currently, smoke coming out of my ears. I'll get this, don't worry. Negative 80 to 180. Let's change that from 0 to 1. Okay, so now we have a 0 to 1 value. And 0.5 means facing forward. So I think I just need to... I shouldn't have changed that texture. It would have been fine if I left it. I need to add 0.5, I think. Anybody following? Anybody following this math? Because I don't think I am. We'll see. UV offset. Blah blah blah. Boom. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I think I can just cheat and do it like that, and then we can add a lerp or whatever, if we want. And also, this player pawn thing is the reason that's not great. I guess I should explain that, is because when you're not inside your sub, your player pawn is actually your actual character, and then your sub's compass is going to be using the direction of your real character, which is not really ideal. You would just pass it through ideally, but we can fix that in a bit. So let's see. So BP nav display, because it might not, like, the reason I called it that is because it might not just be for the compass. Masked. We'll do compass for now though. Compass. And draw size 512 by 128, right? And then we can just make that scale down. We could just scale it in here. Also, I don't really need that as a separate actor, I suppose. Like, I don't know why I keep making these as child actors. I could just put the widget in here, right? I don't... What is that adding to? Widget. I don't know. Like, I feel like it doesn't need to be a child actor. Compass. Okay, and for a test, I'll just make that smack bang in the middle. and scale the heck out of it so it's small. And we will see if my math is any good there. Surely not. We're facing east. Oh, I mean, it is doing what it's supposed to. So north should be X forward. So I think it is. Yeah, X forward. I'm getting wrecked. By the Meg. Hang on. Yeah, I think that math actually is right. So X forward, so Y forward would be east, which is apparently the way I'm facing right now. Yeah. Okay, sweet. We got it. First try. Nailed it. Very good. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, be back in one sec. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright. Compass. Right, yeah, I mean, other than now we can just update the texture and replace it, and now that the logic is there, we can change the look of it pretty easily. Yeah, cool. I'll just say get UV offset for rotation, and pure const. Boom. Hell yeah. Dang it. That's going to open Rider, isn't it? Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't really need this border anymore either. I mean, I guess we can leave it. I just set that transparent. And we can make the compass wider for sure. The math should still work. Currently, it's like, yeah, like half. You see half of the numbers, but I mean, we could just show all of it, I guess. Kind of defeats the whole point of us doing the the clamping thing, but we could literally just do that, and then make sure we do that in here. Okay. I probably will make this slightly curved, just to make it look like it's kind of part of the dash or whatever. I don't think this is called a dash, but I don't really know what to call it. Cool. Now I think that system is, or at least the cardinal directions is ready for you know, if we want to update the texture or change anything. Ready for UI design. That's what I'm trying to say. I will, however, where is it gone? Nav display. Here we go. Transparent so that we don't get the reflections. And then in the compass, I'm also going to make it so that there's a canvas, right? Yeah. I'm going to add another image here and just have it be completely centered. We'll do like 20, something. Yeah, like that. And then 20. No, negative 20. Just so I can see like what it's actually currently at, what it's pointing to. We could do this as a secondary texture, which honestly probably is the way to do this now that I think about it. Yeah, let's do that. Now that I think about this. So what I'll do is have in the center here, I'll do it with a triangle, actually. That could be cool. We'll do it like this. Put this in here. This is like directions. And I'm going to texture pack this. So if we go blend options and I make this only show in the red channel, then we can have another group and only show that in the, not mask, overlay. Maybe. Any other channel, I guess green in this case. And that lets me not have to import or export or load into memory two different textures. I can just channel mask what I want from here. All right, so let's just make that like this. And we can make that smaller, put it here, duplicate, and put one at the top as well. Cool. And yeah, export that one. We are going to have to change the material slightly now, but if I re-import that, we now have, like, you can see it here. If I just turn on just the red channel, you can see just the numbers. If I turn on just the green channel, you can see this. So we can now do it from a UI, which is nice. So I'll say, well, let's just use the same color for everything, eh? So we do that, and then let's see. So yeah, so we're offsetting the UVs here. We want to actually probably make that a texture object and then sample it twice. One time we'll sample it with the offset UVs to get the red channel. And the other time we will sample it just with normal UVs to get the that'd be fine. Yeah, to get the green channel. And then we just take the max of those two. We could make the pen a different color, I guess. But this should work for now. Maybe I don't want masks. I mean UI. I feel like that is pretty compressed. I'm looking. But anyway, it should work now, hopefully. Quick and dirty, RPG Skyrim style compass system. You can obviously make the texture more elaborate. You could put southwest, northwest, all that in there as well. Other little pins, etc. But yeah, now we can see which direction we're facing, which is cool. What I guess I'll do, the whole point of this system, and I'm not sure if we'll keep it like this or not, but the whole point is to show where the drop site is. So for that, oh, that's what these are. They're not, okay, my bad, it's not compression, it's that. For those, I will put. Do I just do it as a square, I guess? Do it as like. It doesn't matter because it's prototype, right? We're going to change it. I'll just do it as an orange square or something. Maybe. Well, we kind of can't really do green, can we? I'll do that. So that. This isn't going to be an actual system, but this is just going to mark the drop site for now. Yeah, so now we need to offset. Oh, God. We need to move the pin along so that it aligns with the right direction, basically. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. More math. Okay. Here we go. So the canvas panel has a certain size, desired size, which hopefully, if I print that, will show an accurate representation. Yep. And now we just need to basically get the UV offset, but rather than treating 0 as 0 and 1. Yeah. Wait, so hang on. So would it? I'm pretty sure it would just be multiply this by the size. No, can't be that easy, surely. And then set the pin to be there. Surely that's not as simple as that. Wait, that's getting the offset for that. That's not what I want. Hang on. Get UV offset for rotation. So the rotation I want for this is going to be the look at rotation. So we'll get actor location. Oh, here, let's go this way. Find look at rotation from the actor location to the drop site. How am I going to easily get the position of the drop site? You just hard code it to this. So yeah, that's terrible, but I guess we could get your dock, I guess. Get player pawn. No, not player pawn. Get player state. Claimed docking station. I'm not sure if this is accurate or not, but we could get the direction from where you are to your docking station, and that theoretically would give us the proper position. So how about I just print that for now, and we can see if that's something accurate. Okay, so hang on. So it should be a point, no, 0 when I'm looking straight at it, right? Okay, and then if I turn 180 degrees away, why is it always like, that's interesting. Fine look at rotation. Because it's pointing me to 0, 0, that's why. Okay. Okay, how do I get your docking station then? Game state. Oof, what the hell is all this? Go away. Docking station. I guess this is gross, but I'll do it this way. Owning. Let's see. How do I check? Get owning player state. Yep. This is yuck. Will work though. Find owned doc. And if we find it, we can just return the actor. And if we don't find it, we'll just return nothing. Can be impure now probably as well, since we can fail. So we find the own doc. Let's see. We'll do it over here. So we'll say owned doc. If we don't have one, we'll try and find one. And then eventually, when we do have one, we can do all this math here, but do it based off this location. Maybe. And then we can print the direction. All right. So I'm looking at the dock. That's good. Okay. If I point away from the dock, 1 point whatever. Uh-oh. I think we need to take height out of the equation here, maybe. There's something going wrong here. If I take out the height, .71. Okay, face away. Alright. Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe. That might be right now. Okay, so if I get desired size, UV offset. So now if I modulo that to make sure it's always between 0 and 1, multiply that by the desired size, that will get the position. Whew, this is getting pretty wild. Okay, where's the icon? Drop site. Set position. Set. Slot as canvas slot. Another way I could have been doing this is just doing it to a render texture, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm pretty sure this is going to be off by like 90 degrees or something now, I think. Because I add 0.5, I think. We'll see. All I want is that yellow thing basically points towards the dock now. Hopefully. It looks like it's... Oh, wait. Hang on. What is that pointing towards? It is moving ever so slightly, but not to the degree I thought it would. Map range clamp, sure. So a value of... What does this do? 0. So 0 or 1. So 0 to 1 value is going to get mapped to... Hang on. Jesus, why did I decide to do math today? What about this? Lerp it. Lerp it. Lerp it. Set position. Right. Set position. Oh, wait. So 0. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, wait. Oh. So wouldn't that mean that when it's 0, map range. Hey Lemon, how's it going, man? Map range clamp. I'm just I don't know why, but I decided to do a bunch of math on stream. It's a terrible idea. I'm struggling, but we'll get there. So 0 to 1, it would be like minus 512 to 512. Obviously, these are hard coded numbers, but we will fix it in all likelihood. Right. Anyway, so that should convert the position, I think, to pixel space, maybe. No. Okay. Something weird going on with the direction, I think. Let's go. Okay. So from here to here will be boop minus boop, and then from x z, and then we make the z be fully upright, maybe. Let's try that. 512. Okay. Um, what the heck is going on? Find UV offset. We get the yaw of that direction. Okay, let's just this rotation stuff is getting weird. Let's just do good old dot products. So we'll dot product that with the forward vector. We do need to normalize that, which also might be why that why that function wasn't just working. Actually, yeah, normalize 2D. That sounds ideal. Okay. Normalize, then we dot product the forward vector, right? That will give us 1 if it's ahead of us, -1 if it's behind us. Jesus. And then we can dot product again with the right vector. And that will tell us whether it's on our right side or the left side. Okay, so if that's greater than 0, it's on the right. Okay, and now we have a number that we can remap, I'm pretty sure. Map range. So if we have -1 to 1, -1 would be just offset all the way, so -512. Or 0. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I think this is right. And then we do a multiply here. If it's greater than 0, then we can leave it. Otherwise, we'll invert it. Where is my thingy? This must be such thrilling content to watch a man struggle with vector math. World your work. Yeah, that's what I was trying first. It didn't seem to be. Unless I was doing something wrong. You can check. Okay, so now it thinks. Wait a second. 0. Wait, hang on. I put times 0, didn't I? Times 1. I'll show you the world your thing in a second. I must have been screwing up the rotation or something. Yeah. Alright, so now if I point myself at it, yes, it's pointing at my drop pod. And I come over this way. And now I turn myself to face my drop pod. I should basically be able to just go forward. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we got it. We got it with vector math. But yeah, I thought I would be able to do it with the yaw. Which is how I did the UV offsets, yeah. So getting the yaw of the actor rotation. But honestly, yeah, getting the own dock. How was I doing it? It was like find look at rotation. From the player pawn to the well, I have these things right here, don't I? From here to here. And then we just look at the yaw of that. It should have been, yeah, -180 to 180. And then I could have just rescaled it. So facing completely away. I don't know what that number is, but yeah, it's like 50 degrees no matter which way I'm facing. Which makes sense because the rotation doesn't change. Ah, okay. I see. I see. I got confused. That rotation's just the same. I should have been using the normal UV space and then offsetting it by the way the player's facing. Yeah, that probably would have worked in that case. But yeah, anyway, we did it a different way. That'll be fine. Um, cancel the Z. I think. No, I don't think it's. Well, maybe it is canceling the Z, but I think it's because that rotation is just the same. I'm not comparing it against anything. Um, whereas the dot product one is being compared against the way I'm facing versus the vector to the drop pod. Um, but yeah, that'll do for now. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this mechanic or not, but it was on the Juris, so I'll leave it there. Also, yeah, having it be all the way to 124 like that is pretty confusing. So I am going to go back in here and drop it to like 512 again, I think. There we go. That'll be fine. Something like that. I mean, you can only see two directions, but I feel like it's less confusing now, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's more confusing. I don't know. Whatever. You just turn around until you see the yellow dot, and then line it up with those, and then go towards it, and that'll get you back to the drop site. That'll do. That'll do. How's it going, Small? By the way. Yeah, nice to see you again. Because you need to just take the z of the vectors, not the entire world position. Cancel the z. Yeah. All right. This will be fine for now, I think. The only thing I should probably do, just in case, is well, there's just going to be hard coded for now. That'll do. All right. Save all that. We'll commit that up. Pending. Okay. Alright, just doing paraforce things on the side here. I need to add the compass to the paraforce. And there we go. Display to sub. Currently just shows direction to dock. Boom. Alright, and then yeah, we can update the texture if we want to put like fancier stuff in there if we decide to keep this mechanic or not. You always wanted to make an underwater game? Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty scary. Right. So I'm gonna put that here, I guess, and we'll test it. The next thing was going to be power controls. Maybe I'll leave that. How long have we been live for? An hour. That's pretty good. An hour for one thing. I do need to do some testing. Fish v fish. Oh god, you remember that? Oh dear. Although I wanted to make a game where you play as creatures. Born too early to make a fish MMO. Born too late to work on Fish v Fish. The old classic. We could do some testing if you want, Lemon. I don't know if you want to do that on stream or later off stream, but before I get into something else, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Though I'll be back in a sec. Alrighty. Oh, you can't spend longer than an hour or two? Okay. No worries. Um, yeah, I guess we'll do a meeting tomorrow then, if you like. I ask this with all respect, but is this game inspired by the recent boom of Iron Lung? Um, Not really, but it is. It's kind of like a happy coincidence. The game's actually more inspired by my like ultra fear of sharks, and I did want to do Loch Ness for Folklore Hunter, but couldn't. Like it would be too hard to kind of get that in. And also, yeah, Lemon and I were just playing a bunch of stuff, and the like extraction horror games we had a lot of fun with, like Lethal Company. So we are kind of just like spitballing ideas on how to mesh that all together into one thing. So to be honest, I haven't actually played Iron Lung. I really probably should, but so I can't really talk about how it's going to be differentiated because I don't really know how that game plays. But from what I've seen, is it's like kind of you like take pictures from outside your sub or something like that. But I'm not sure what the game loop is. This one is basically round based. You're going through procedurally generated maps to gather old world scrap and salvage to try to sell to meet a quota and not die, basically. So it's like a roguelike, more or less. But yeah, hard to say how it's going to differentiate because I'm not really sure what those kind of Iron Lung games like, what the actual game loop is there. Yeah, hopefully that answers that question. And yeah, it's you got like an actual kind of like physical submarine you're exploring around in, etc. Yeah, and multiplayer as well. I'm not again, I don't know if Iron Lung's multiplayer or not, but yeah. Okay, I probably should not be doing scanning because I have implemented it where the Meg will come and mess me up if I scan too much. What do you think of that change, by the way, Lemon? I'm not sure if you saw that or played with it yet, but you don't always see scrap on the scanner now. It's just you have to like active scan, and then it'll be like like visible on your sonar. The reason I did that change is because I found when I was playtesting, I stopped caring about what's happening in the world, and I was like just basically glued to this. So it felt like a little overpowered just to show you everything all the time. But I definitely will be interested on your thoughts. Was this top viewers something? No thanks. I'm happy with the viewers I have. Goodbye, Optimum, whatever. Perhaps the art style of Iron Lung and ideally the feeling. Yeah. art style's still kind of up for debate, but the style we're kind of going for right now is like I kind of always wanted to try this like retro-ish look, because it's fast for me to make assets and stuff. It's not really pixel art, but it's just like old school style. But yeah, that may change. I'm not sure. Like I'm not completely sold on it, but yeah. Sonar module upgrade could be an idea then. Sonar module upgrade, like the range or something. Yeah, I just don't want people like just looking at this. Basically, I want you to kind of like have to be immersed in what's happening outside of your sub as well, so that it retains the fear a little bit. Very interesting. Perhaps I jump to association water horror with other water horror. Iron Lung is more of a story focused game, far from extraction game. What you're explaining does differ greatly. Yeah, as I say, yeah, I'm not sure about Iron Lung, but yeah, this definitely is like not really supposed to be a story driven thing, but we do have some pretty cool world building and lore, but yeah, it's definitely not like story based. More about the gameplay than the story. But yeah. I did put a build up not long ago, Lehman, if you do want to quickly try it out. But if you don't have time today, we can like do it tomorrow. No stress. Okay, so my thing is full, so now I can physically see where to go to redock, but also I have a little yellow thing to follow, which again maybe is not great because it's just it's just making me look at my UI down here, but I don't know. If I redock, you can test. All right. Well, if you're happy to do that on stream, we can. 80% value. Hell yeah. Just make sure you're on the dev branch if you want to jump in. I need to get rid of the chromatic aberration when you're not in your sub. There you go. 72 out of 300. It's pretty good. We've got 5 minutes left, but I will just undock this run. And that would be a good one right there, I think. Pretty sure the value matters. I actually can't remember if I if I did that yet or not. The site valuation, 93%. 2 days remaining. There you go. So every time you travel to a new drop site, it's the map is randomly generated, procedurally generated. So it will look similar because it's the same biome assets it's using right now, but the actual like where stuff is placed will be different. Yeah, and also if I ping a whole bunch of times, old Mr. Meg will probably come and maybe not. Come and attack. Well, maybe not. Wonder why. Too far away, maybe? Or maybe he didn't spawn. Let me check. No, he's there. He's definitely there. Cool. Alright. Well, I guess I'll do the testing on the Steam branch instead then, and we'll see how we go. Alright. Let me quickly do the whole Steam thing. Hello, Steam. Are you starting? There we go. Okay. Gonna make me put my password in on stream. That's good. All right. I did try to get VoIP working for subs as well. So but because I can't test that myself, it's either going to work or it's going to be I broke everything. So we'll see. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to hear you or not in game. But yeah. Let's try. I guess I will host. There'll be no magic, if that's what you mean. Oh, is this game going to be grounded in reality with its horror? There'll be no magic, if that's what you mean. We want all the horror to be based on what makes the ocean scary IRL. Yeah, mostly realistic creatures. I am going to add some actual cryptids and stuff, though. But yeah, as Lehman says, a lot of it will be real world creatures and whatnot. But we're going to have like on the list right now, I think it's like the Kraken. We got the Megalodon. I do want to investigate this thing that someone suggested. Was it Ninjan? As well, but yeah, definitely less like grounded in reality is a good way to put it. But essentially, it's set in the far future after the world, pretty much all of the world is flooded underwater, and all of the sea life in the world is basically entered like hyper evolution because everything's underwater. So yeah, everything's bigger, scarier, more dramatic. I still don't see a lemon. I don't know if can't seem to join the company. No, what? Oh. Okay, how about you host then? Did I really break that? God damn. How about you host then? And make sure the build number's the same, maybe. Was it builds? I'm on 1120. Oh, I see my own company there. That's interesting. But yeah, I do want to also add stuff that you wouldn't see in any other game. So it's like, it's not just going to be fish that you can play any underwater game and see those fish. It'll be like kind of our take on the stuff. But yeah, I found this thing quite interesting. Here we go, Lemon's Company. I see that ping time doesn't look right, so I think something is still messed up. Yeah. No good. Dang, okay. Wonder what happened then. Alright, never mind. I guess we'll do some testing tomorrow. I'll have to look into what happened to Steam. Maybe an I conflict or something? We can look at it tomorrow. Games of this style and setting often add an eldritch flair. Love to see Cthulhu reference in some way. One of my favorite stories, creatures of all time. Yeah, definitely would be interested in maybe mucking around with some Cthulhu stuff. It doesn't let you make a company after joining, so the session gets joined, but it doesn't load you in. Right. Okay. What the heck? Alright, I'll look into that. Something broke. Yeah, no, Small, you're definitely in the right ballpark for sure. Like, we don't know exactly for sure what's going to be the vibe yet, because this is still really early in the project, but I know I want it to, as you say, be grounded in reality, and I want it to, but also include, just stuff that's out of the normal. Like if we add, like I did with the Megalodon, Megalodons probably in other games, and people have seen them before. But I tried to just make it slightly different by the way it looks. Like it's got a human eye, for example. an idea for the eel we were thinking, or I was thinking, was to give it like kind of like some tentacle arms, etc. So yeah, like uncanny valley ocean kind of thing. Yeah, Cthulhu would be cool. That'd be interesting. I don't know how much like that's licensed though, but that type of vibe, Eldritch for sure. All right. Well, there goes the multiplayer testing. That's right. I will fix that off stream because that's going to be real boring to watch. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an INI mess up on my end, I think. But we'll see. Okay, so let's see. What else do I need to do? Power controls is technically needed. Not sure if that is necessarily, now that I think about it, critical for a playable build. I'm just trying to plan out what I do next, basically, because we're so close to basically the thing we need to do is play it and see if it's fun, more or less. Cthulhu's in the public domain. Really? That's surprising. 62% value. Let's see. I mean, I kind of want to just start adding some new creatures, but I don't know. Maybe I should fix the Steam thing. No, I'll do that later. Let's see. Yeah. Possibly subweight. I do maybe some command center stuff. I can't decide. Because I don't know what needs worked on because we need to test. I reckon, yeah, let's just do some art stuff. Like that's gonna get used either way. So I'll do like some art stuff for an hour or two, and or probably less than that, half an hour to an hour, and then call the stream there, I think. So I'm not sure if I'll do a creature. Yeah, maybe I will because we kind of need some threats. So I think I'll just double down on the eel, to be honest, and see if we can get somewhere with that. Because when I was playtesting myself, sorry, I'm just doing this at the same time. I just feel like there's no threat. Well, there is a threat. There's the Megalodon, but if you play it right, you can basically get away without seeing him the whole time. So I'm not sure about this exact creature design, but I think just having something else in the map is going to be good. So I'll just grab something I have already and finish it basically, or get it in the game to some description. So I'm pretty sure I just need to basically rig this guy. I don't even know if I'm going to bother texturing him. I think I'll just do a quick rig and get him in the game. Yo. The idea with this guy, and I'm not sure if we will exactly stick with this, but was to have, basically him be able to drain your sub's battery. The idea of it wrapping around the hull, we'll see. Completely shut down your power. Yeah. So if you stop feeding it power, it might let you go and run away. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if any of that's any good. But okay, armature. Report display. Report display in front. Just to make sure, is the origin actually where I want it to be of this? I don't think it is. Set origin to 3D cursor. There we go. Now it is. There we go. All right, so I'll quickly make a rig for this guy. Let's see. I mean, it's basically just gonna be more or less a line snake with enough bones to have some deformation going on. And then we'll have one head bone, I guess, and then yeah, a jaw. But the jaw, we will say, you probably can't see behind my camera, huh? Put me on this side, eh? Relations, yeah. So that is already disconnected, which is good. I'll put that here and make its parent be the head. And we kind of need I don't know if we need like a parent bone necessarily. We'll have to test this. I forget whether Unreal will let us have kind of a parent with two things connected to it or not. Let's just call this body 1. And I'm not going to worry too much about the art stuff, just to basically just give the impression of what I'm going for, because as I said, I'm not sure. We might end up changing the art style or completely scrapping this creature idea, so I don't want to put heaps of work into it until we know we're going to keep it. Body 6. Okay, so then we can have the head. I'm just going to readjust these slightly. The head can be for this one. Body 1. I guess that's why I can't really do connected, huh? That's tricky. That's tricky. We're just gonna have to do, yeah, we're just gonna have to do a root bone, I think. That this is attached to, and this is attached to. Something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the rig turns out with something like that. So I'm just gonna, let's see. I want to check the orientations real quick. Okay, I think that's fine. And I'll just parent this with automatic waves. It's probably gonna be good enough. And we can reskin it if if we keep the creature. But this should be good enough. Yeah, that'll do. Definitely not perfect, but it will do. Have you ever heard of sea parasites such as sand mason worm? I often see videos of people pulling their bodies out of sand and it's super creepy. Oh, those things at the beach with the little, like when the water goes over the beach and then there's those holes left? Is that what you're talking about? You could have one hide on the ocean floor, trap loop, possibly pop out and attack. If that's what you're talking about, those things are so gross. I have seen videos of those. What'd you say? Sand mason worm. I'll write it down. Hang on. Everything's in the way. Sand mason worm. Yeah. Sand mason worm. Yeah, some traps like that would be cool for sure. Time limit during runs by forcing players to be cautious. Yeah, I think the more time's running out, the less cautious you become. I think that's a good mechanic. I do wonder if well, we'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem that the root bone is not at 0-0. Find out. We will find out. I think if I just use, where is it? This. Export recursive. Only deform bones. Okay. Export filters. We don't need additional data and we'll just do selected. Alright. That should be gonna export SKM armature. That's not what I want. Okay, so we'll go L mesh. SKM L. Yep. SK subfolder. We don't want that. There we go. Okay, export that. Now I did import a static version of this at some point, but we'll now do the force delete. We'll now do the skeletal version. Hopefully, if this imports properly. Definitely did not. Delete. Import. Because that's the wrong file. Hang on. skml. Alright. Yep. I think that looks okay. So we've got our root bone. Yeah, that's good. And then all the other bones. Yeah. Seem to have been imported okay. The the jaw's kind of weird. But yeah, cool. All right. Good. All right, let's make a blueprint for it now. Call it giant eel. Because we're going to need to give this some AI as well. Give it the mesh to start off with, because I have no idea the scale, whether this is going to be semi-appropriate scale or not. So I'll just let's put that just below the ship and I'll play and have a look. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't want it to be like massive, massive. But I think it's big enough, probably. Could maybe make it longer. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? That's probably an okay size to seem threatening. You can see compared to my sub and compared to me as a person, it's pretty good. I just realized I'm chewing gum. I'm so sorry. I should not be doing that on stream. I quit vaping like 5 weeks ago, and gum has been my way to get through that. So apologies for the chewing. Megalodon. Okay, I'm just gonna see how I set this up. So we did floating pawn movement, a mesh as the root, smooth sync. Okay, we probably could be base classing this, but we are trying to not do as much base classing this time. So we'd have that, and then we'd have some sort of root. Honestly, a sphere collision or just anything, I think. As the simple physics controller. And then the mesh can be no collision for now, but later we'll probably put collision on that. All right. So we've got that, and then we'd have, I'm assuming, simulate physics and all that. Yeah. With a good mass. Interesting, the mass is so low. Yeah, 100. Maybe 1. Turn off gravity, that's for sure. Otherwise it's just going to sink. There we go. I got him moving, and then where's the like the stuff that does stuff? I guess it's just this. Yeah, haven't really got that in a component yet. Okay, well now I need to do the control rig stuff if we're gonna do that again, I assume. I might as well. So I just kind of need to like copy this basically because I forget. I'm not very good with control rig, but I'll try. Show you guys how I do this. Can create control rig. No, let's go animation. Control rig. CR giant eel. All right. So from memory, yep. Preview, blah blah blah, in here. Eel. And then, okay, import skeleton on the construction event. Okay. Create. I need these functions, so I'll grab them. I'm assuming there's probably a way to like have a base class or something for control rig, but I don't have it yet, so we're just doing this for now. Giant eel rig. So now we bring in the function, the bones. We want. Hey John, how's it going? What have you missed? What have you missed? We added a compass to the sub. Did a whole bunch of math, and then rigged the eel kind of prototype character thing and imported it, and yeah, and here we are. Yeah. So I guess I just give it the root. Visible, circle, thin. And then 1, 1. Scale 100. Too big, probably. Oh, maybe not. And then, yeah, all that. Cool. So that's going to give us, I think, once I put in, yeah, forward. Oh, Jesus, this is all so complicated. Whatever. Oh, God. Right. Forward bones, local function. I really barely understand how control rig works, by the way. It took me ages to figure this stuff out, and then I crashed. All right, that's good. But basically, what I'm doing is setting up. I'm basically rigging the character in Unreal. Yeah, rigging, I guess is the right word. This was skinning. So that I have basically controls for procedural animation. Essentially, is the whole point of this. Yeah. So we got that, and then CR shark. It's just yeah, kind of complicated how all this works. So forward bones basically just sets all the transforms. Okay. Forward bones. Okay. Let's just get these functions before it crashes again. Okay. Compile, save. All right, boom. Now forward bones. Draw. Control. I see. Okay. So that's going to basically make it so that we copy the positions essentially. So we say bone root is using control root control. And now if I grab this, I should be able to move the mesh around based on that. Very good. Okay, and then what the fuck is all this? For each through all this stuff. Whatever, leave that for now. This is the part I actually kind of care about for now. Bones in here. And then, yeah, we just go through all these. I'm sure there's like procedural ways to do all this, but I'm not good enough with control script to do it. There we go. So we have those now. That's good. Parent of that. I don't think I can actually. Yeah, I can't do anything with that yet. Okay. that's where. How does this work? That's where I have to map them all. Okay. This feels really like manual, but whatever. So bone. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Control. Control 6. There we go. All right. Now we should be able to control his body, which is cool. Nice. Then I think 4H through all those bones. Probably accept the root. And then whatever all this does is probably important. Get the item. Oh yeah, that makes them. That's like the procedural animation stuff, I think. Talk to House pissing you off? I've never seen that actually. I should check it out. And then backwards solve, huh? Backwards solve. And then backwards bones. And then I think we can just do this. Yeah. Okay. Right. Almost there. Sorry. So we'll do that, and then the parent can be. Is it find? I think. No, it's get or at whatever. There we go. That'll do for now. We can so in the shark one I have like the jaw and stuff can be customized and stuff, but this is basically how we can have like procedural animation going on. Which number do I change to make that faster? Not that one. This one. Well, hang on. So this is rotation. This is translation. Is what is slow? Which friggin' number do I change? 0.05. Hang on, what did the shark have? 2, 1.1. 1.1, right, maybe there's that. 1.5. 2.5. Why is it so slow? What the hell? Whatever. I'll figure it out later. I don't know why the numbers is not right. Because this one, maybe it is the same. Yeah, I think it is. 2 and 1.2. That's just because the other one's bigger. But yeah, whatever. We'll just do that. So now when the root bone moves, it should move everything else. Okay, we need an animation blueprint. With the control rig. All right. Now, where's my eel? Nope. Okay, so what did I do for the Megalodon? Let's see. So all of that is off. Yeah, this is, I guess, possibly part of why we should use a base class for this, because I forget how I configured this. Absolute rotation. Hmm. And then we, I guess, lerp it. No, it shouldn't matter actually. Hang on, we don't need that. Megalodon. Trying to figure out what's the bit that makes it so that it can rotate independent. Because if I put this guy in and simulate, nah, I think it's his tick, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think what I do need then is to make it so that we set the... Oh, hang on. No, I think I remember. Is it in his animation blueprint? Perhaps. Yes. That's the one. Wait, that's jaw rotation. Control, armature root control. Here we go. That's what I needed. I forgot about that. Root control. There we go. Make that a variable. And then, yep, on tick. Or they call it update in the animation blueprint, don't they? Yeah. There we go. Right. So now I think. Do I still have my eel? No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now I can turn him around and stuff, and his body will do the procedural stuff it needs to do to make him look a certain way. It's kind of hard to remember how all that works sometimes, to be honest. Yeah. Definitely going to have to adjust those numbers, though. And then just to see what it would look like if he was moving, we just can... Let's see. Let's see. I'll just make him look at the player. And then, yeah, it'd just be a case of adding AI to this guy now. His animation should, or, other than adding custom animations, his procedural animation should take care of most of it. Let's see. He's not really animating, is he? Oh, he is just on a weird axis. It'd be like this. What the hell? His root bone orientation's probably messed up. Dang it. He's looking at me, what, with the top of his head or something? Yeah, fish ain't fishing. Fish is trying his best to just continually side eye me rather than look at me, which is interesting. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Some angles messed up. It must be the root bone orientation, I think. He's dead. He does not look healthy. Side eye makes sense. Some fish see out of the side. Oh yeah, true. True, they do, don't they? They never really look straight at you. They just kind of always look sideways at you. Poor guy, just shy. Every time I try and get in front of him, he just... Oh no, there we go. He kind of turns away. Anyway, it's a good starting point. So I'll give him some AI. So basically, he's going to mess with your electronics, I think. And you would have to basically turn your power off to get him off you, more or less, or have a chance to get him off you. He's very chaotic in his aim, isn't he? I don't know exactly what I've messed up there. I can also smack him around. What if I get the Meg over here? Will he come? Oh, I just killed my power by spamming sonar too much, dang it. Fish had a heart attack. Yeah, alright. I don't know why the Megalodon's not attacking at the moment, but yeah, cool. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there for today. We will probably do his AI next time, I think. And possibly some animation, although I just want to leave it kind of like placeholder-ish for now. It's like it's good enough. It's fish enough for now. But I'll give him his like behavior and stuff to hopefully help make the there be some extra threat in the game other than just the old Megalodon, who's very much nowhere to be seen. Oh, he's just like miles off the map. Okay. His AI just lets him go wherever he wants, I think. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you all in the next stream, which may be tomorrow, may not be. I don't know. We'll see. Open to ideas. And yeah. Catch you guys later. No survivors. See ya.